Folks, we are so excited to be able to do Mao's stream, even though Mao is in Wisconsin. She could not be here, so instead we have had a good friend of hers, a good friend of mine. Our buddy Al is going to be taking over the stream tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Al.
Well, howdy there.
So great to have you here this evening.
Good evening, ladies and germs. Thank you for coming. Come on in to our kitchen.
This is such a cozy little country kitchen you have. Yes. Al,
I don't know what you're talking about, man. This is North Carolina. This is Raleigh, North Carolina. We in the suburbs.
Al, I love chat going. I knew it. Al is going to be taking over the stream this evening. And what is it that you're planning on making?
So we can get right to that if you like. We got steel cut oats.
Steel cut oats.
Y'all like breakfast? I heard you like breakfast.
We do like breakfast.
We're gonna make these in the Instant Pot. Now, y'all may have heard of oatmeal.
Yeah, I believe that most folks have probably heard of.
But now I grew up eating them rolled oats, whereas these here are the fancy steel cut oats.
Okay.
And, now they are a pain to make, but if you got yourself a pressure cooker, they're gonna be delicious and convenient and a wonderful breakfast. So you wanna bring that camera around?
Yeah, we're gonna get started on these oats before I get to alerts. So just give us a minute because
these folks are patient.
Y'all have patience because this part is gonna take us just a little bit of time. So let me cruise on over here.
How y'all doing?
I think everyone is doing better than they thought they would be.
Oh, you got a cord on that thing.
Yeah, that's.
It ain't wireless.
Well, it's powered.
Well, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you want this?
Oh, you just move wherever you need to be, and I'll be there.
Alrighty. So this is my patented secret formula for steel cut oats in the morning, a healthy, hearty breakfast. You're gonna need you a big old, what do you call this? Cylinder? A cylinder of steel cut oats, and just measure you out a cup.
Are other shapes acceptable?
Whatever floats your boat, partner.
Okay.
There's 1 cup in there. Now look at these. You're gonna look at them. You're gonna have to look at them.
Oh, you have to look at them. Okay. Yes.
Now focus in real good on that.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
These little chopped up groats of oats. These is steel cut oats.
Okay.
And you're gonna want a little, just a little dash of salt in there.
Okay.
And for every cup of oats, you're gonna want 2 cups of water.
Okay.
So that's 1 cup. And this right here is gonna be 2 cups. 1 cup of oats, 2 cups of water, a little dash of salt. Stick it on in your Instant Pot there. Get your nice seal. And you're gonna wanna set that bad boy for manual, high pressure, 10 minutes.
So this will be ready in 10 minutes?
Well, now, it's gonna cook for 10 minutes. You, of course, gotta wait for it to build up the pressure before it's gonna start cooking. And then you let the steam pressure release gradually, which takes maybe 20 minutes. So it ain't quite instant oatmeal, but it's gonna make you a mighty fine breakfast.
Okay, so now we just wait.
Ooh, I see you've got some alerts over here.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me park this back down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Let's read some alerts. We got 2 months from Evar, 4 from Ryan VO6,
Right.
4 from Marvel, 4.
Now slow down now. I don't know why you're in such a rush. We got a 4-month resub there from Marval 410. Thank you, Marval. We got 4 months from Twitchy Toes. Much obliged. We got another 4 months. Y'all love these 4 months, don't you?
We love 4 months.
From Harumi Kendall. Thank you, Harumi. 25 is the number on the end of that name. Charlemagne 25 in here with 4 months. Thank you, Charlemagne. Great king of the Frankish Empire. We got 4 months from Somber Mink 91. 4 months from Jamie2286. 4 months from our good friend Aldo. Thank you very much for being here, Aldo. We'd love to see you. We got 3 months from seemingly Jess. What's the number come after 3?
That's 4.
4. We got 4 months here from Lugia6. Thank you.
Lugia.
Sorry now.
Are you good?
What's that?
Are you good?
How you say it?
No, it's not.
Lugia.
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 My favorite Pokemon are Lugia and who?
Lugia. Lugia is the one. Now Lugia is the one from Gen 4, the Platinum and Pearl.
No!
Lugia is the one that in Smash Brothers Melee it goes like swoop, swoop, swoop. You throw the poke and it comes out and it darts around the screen and hits everybody.
My favorite Pokemon move is swoop, swoop, swoop.
Well, all right then. Moving on. Thank you all so much for these wonderful resubs and alert. We appreciate all these. We got 4 months here from Epic DXX. Extra X in there for flavor. We got 4 months from Preely07, single 07. 4 months from That Tall Nerd, 560. And a gift sub, 5 gift subs, in fact, from That Tall Nerd to Chill Days, MCL Mickle Blue, Ket Swicky Randy, Potato Chips What, and Link the Best 100. Tall Nerd, thank you so much for those subs. I'm sorry, what's the fun?
I'm sorry, I something funny happened to me earlier today.
I see.
I'm recalling the thing that happened.
Yeah. Which was?
Oh, well, I had went to the grocery store and I fell.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, I tell you. Ooh, I hate it when that happens, but everyone around applauded.
Did they clap when you fell or they clap when you got back
They
up?
clapped when I fell. It was a rough crowd.
They throw tomatoes at you?
No, not
Well, they should have.
not at the food line.
We got 4 months from Smart Guy 93. Thank you. 4 months from Drek 900. You just seem to be smirking a whole lot there.
You know what, Al? I'm just so happy to be here with you today.
I'm loving it too.
I'm so excited to be here.
I feel blessed. It's a privilege. It's a pleasure.
And cook with you. I mean, I guess it's kind of hands off at this point, but to be
Get that faced around there so people can see the
people
the
know that
time
it's
remaining.
on. Is there a timer on that?
Well, it's going to come on once it gets good and ready.
Okay. Yep. All right.
It's just so lovely to see all y'all here. We got 36 months.
Hey, congratulations, Jet Brower, for traveling into the future and hitting 36
We got 3
months.
months. One of our 36 wonderful alerts from Jet Prower. Thank you, Jet Prower. We got 4 months from Mole Lad, 4 months from Hound Flash, 4 months from Spin It Trap, 3 months from Terray. Thank you, newcomer. You'll catch up here. We got 4 months from the Slick Duke, 4 months from Toku Newt, 4 months from My Hell Zero, and Tare. Look at that. I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, that was good. That was
Our
that.
buddy
Yeah.
Steven seems to be having a conniption over here.
No. Yeah, I've had a brief conniption. It's true.
Well, speaking of Tare, we thank you for gifting a sub on there down to Sapphire Becca, 2 of our very most favorite people in the world, Tare and Sapphire Becca. Thank you for that. Twitchy Toes, a generous soul indeed, has gifted 5 subs to Musakos 1, Froggy Smile, Circle Now Squared, SSJ3 Goku 90, and 4 Tweetheart. Thank you, Twitchy Toes, for those 5 wonderful gift subs.
SSJ3 Goku. That's your favorite Goku, isn't it?
I'm more partial to Super Saiyan 2. I like them with eyebrows. I feel like that just kind of peaked, like
Don't go any
around
further.
the middle of the Namek saga.
Don't get any stronger.
I don't care much for them androids or the Boo or none of that.
Okay.
My Hell Zero gifted a sub to Almix. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Thank you.
Oh,
my goodness, something's happening.
can y'all hear that? You probably can't. You probably can't. Oop. See that little metal stopper in there is going to come right up in about 10 to 400 seconds.
10 to 4.
Somewhere in there.
Sorry, I'm just gonna.
You need a glass of
I'm
water?
just
Help
gonna
yourself.
I'm just gonna get a glass of water.
All right.
I just need a little water. Woo! Woo! It's a hot day
It sure is.
in Raleigh, North Carolina.
It sure is a scorcher out there.
I was outside working. I was in the garden.
You were digging up them plants out the ground, weren't you?
It's true. Do we have those? Are they around?
The maters? Yeah, Haley's got them on the table down there.
Let me show off. This isn't exactly what was from today, but
Ooh.
look at this. Don't
I
look at
am
him.
very much looking forward to eating those.
Look at these little tomatoes.
All of them. We gonna have a little mukbang on here? Just eat all them tomatoes right now?
Al, how often do you watch mukbangs? Is that something that you spend a lot of time?
Not particularly. I'm more a fan of, I don't know, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, people eating toast and talking.
Man, I got a channel for you to watch. You honest to God, do you want to keep reading these?
Do you need me to speed it up?
No, I don't. I actually don't. I want you to do whatever you want. This is great. I'm having a great time.
Okay, you just seem like you're dying a little bit.
I got real hot.
Okay,
Sometimes I get real
all
hot.
right. Well, I'll fan you with these here coffee filters.
Works surprisingly well. Surprisingly.
Lord have mercy. It is a sweltering day. Whew. We got 2 months there from Sullivan 003. Sorry, did I say 2 months? I meant 3 months. We got 3 months again from Domo Arigato 137. Tare coming in again with another generous gift sub. Thank you. Thank you, our good friend Tare, for gifting a sub to the Relude.
Thank you.
Friend of the show, Noah Balboa 125 with 4 months. Thank you. 3 months from Jay Jennings 44. 4 months from Chris Yig. Tare gifted another gift sub to Toa Smoke Monster. Thank you again. JT Slasher with 4 months. We got 4 months from Xeno Fantasies. We got 4 months from Fred Burger. 4 months from Full Metal Grizz 98. Tare again with the sub. That's quite a lot. I just gotta salute you for your generosity there, gifting a sub to Semi Reese. And 4 months from Renee Moss. Thank you, Renee. 3 months from Gig Astronaut. 4 months from Land 144 and Mega Man Battle Network, perhaps a wonderful Game Boy Advance series. 4 months from Kuyadar, a subscription, new subscription.
Hey,
welcome in,
welcome.
DC20 Will Save.
What a time to join. What a time to join.
We got 2 months from All That Jazz. 4 months of Wind Parthia. 4 months from Luna Frey Belmont. 3 months from Abeline. Thank you, Abeline. 4 months from Mr. Viperfang. 4 months from Vivi, SF. Tare again gifted a sub to Mal is not found. 404 Mallory error.
We know where she is. She's just not here.
I would just like to take a moment to thank Mrs. Mallory George for her generosity in allowing us to hijack her channel here and run a little program for you. Do hope you enjoy it. And Miss Mallory George is a fine young lady.
She is. I think that she's going to be surprised and so delighted.
Wonderful.
That this occurred. She did not know what to expect, and neither did I. So it's been really fun.
We're just doing a
We're just
stream.
doing a little stream.
Same thing you always do, more or less.
This is exactly what we normally do.
Oh Lordy, now we're gonna get through these alerts.
We're doing great.
Y'all are wonderful.
We're doing.
Y'all
great.
just keep
Thank you all.
on giving, keep on supporting. It really means a lot to old Al here, and I know it means a whole lot to all of us.
Thank you for helping the cause. Really appreciate it.
I mean, these folks are supporting the work that we do here to entertain y'all.
They
to
actually
bring y'all
are.
thrilling content.
They actually
Look
are.
at that. We already got 7 minutes on there. It's counting
Folks,
on
it's
down
a
from
7.
10.
It's a 7. It used to say a different number, and that number was on. And now it says 7. Soon it might say 1. It's possible.
We got 2 months from Speed Lunky, 4 months from Lunagazer 806, Cassie Cassie gave us a subscription there. Thank you, Cassio.
I decided long ago I was not going to correct you on any of these, and I do not regret it.
We got 4 months from Jolteron. Tare again with a sub to Android 13. Oh, Android 13. Let's see if we can get one to King Kai. I think he needs one. 3 month resub from Paranite. Thank you, Paranite. Twitchy Toes gives 300 bits and says, I just realized that Steven is not home. Ha 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 ha.
I am not in my home. I'm in Al's kitchen, which looks very similar to another kitchen that I know. I don't know if you ever met a feller named Alex. Does that ring a bell at all?
Can't say it does.
Okay, well, he's a great guy. He's very funny.
I'm sure he'll be pleased to hear that.
You'll have to meet him sometime.
4 months from Aradesh 3K. Thank you, Aradesh. A new subscription from Mr. Dr. Max.
Welcome. Thank you, Max.
Rallet Hoot gifted a sub to Witty Kitsune. That's Japanese for fox. And we got 4 months from the Kakatekate. We got 4 months from Phantom SVT. 2 month resub from Agers 10. Thank you. 4 months from Starbloom Faye. 300 bits here from Ivar Schonebeck, who says, nice to meet you, Al. I'm wondering if you can tell us a little about yourself. How long have you been Mal's apprentice? Thanks.
Oh, this is a great question, and I really appreciate you asking it. I do vaguely recall Mal taking you on as an apprentice. When was that exactly?
It was around about 1974.
Yep, that's about the time I was thinking. Also,
I was changing carburetor fluid down at there's a place down there behind the Denny's that did oil changes and such.
Yep.
And I was changing the carburetor fluid and the carburetor hoses. Yep. And all of that for them. And Miss Mallory George came by and she said, "Hello, sir."
That's how she. That's what she usually says.
I'm gonna need you to get on out of there and come here, and I'll teach you all about painting. So for the past, what has it been? 50-something years we've been. I've been trying to learn how to paint, but it ain't working out so good. But I reckon I'll get it sorted out sooner or later. I've figured out.
Yeah, I see that you brought a paintbrush.
Yeah, I'm mostly into finger painting still, but
still
mostly just hand print turkeys and such. But
yeah,
I'm studying up. I'm thinking I might go to get me one of them. I found a nice tuition brochure from an art school. It's only $40,000 a semester. I figure I'll get on in there and learn me some art finally. Mal's just been real busy, But she ain't never give up on me yet.
Yeah, I hope she never does, Al. I hope she. I'm sure in just another short 50 years, you'll have it slain.
4 months here from Tiniest of Kitties. Thank you. We got 300 bits from Gel89 who says, I don't have a resub, but I really want to hear Al say my username. So here you go. Lots of love. That is Gel89. Gel89. Thank you. 2 month resub from Reed the Nintendo Painter. Thank you, Reed. 4 months from Mysterious Green Thunder. Tare gifted another sub to King Kai. How about that?
King Kai.
Right, King Kai.
There it is. Thank you.
300 bits from Will Peters in increments of the 100-bit denomination. We got 3 of those. Hey, Al, have you ever met the Pizza Bunny? I wouldn't have suggested it, but you not like being poisoned, not like no dead. I'm sorry, you cleared that one real fast before I really had a chance to parse it. Have I ever met the Pizza Bunny? Have you met the Pizza Bunny?
I did actually one time. It was in Cancun, and it was.
He was vacationing down there?
Yeah, the Pizza Bunny vacations down in Cancun. It was about 5 years ago, and he was a real nice fella, but he did stab me.
Well, you got to give him the pepperonis, or else he'll.
Oh my God! I forgot.
If you give him a pepperoni, he'll give you a bag of gold.
So that's a little Pizza Bunny hack.
Yeah, you don't want to get
Take that
stabbed.
back to your villages.
That's why I always carry pepperonis in my back pocket.
Okay, good to know. I was wondering what that smell was.
4 months here from the Master Sword 97. Congrats and thank you. 3 months from Twillycat 24. A subscription from SI3 Jachinmon.
Welcome.
And Wishmakers with a new sub. Thank you and welcome on in, Wishmakers.
Welcome.
Another 300 from Reed, the Nintendo painter. Reed says, "Hey Al, I hope one day you and Alex get to meet."
I really do.
I've been hearing a lot about this Alex fellow. He sounds like a real
great.
class act.
Yeah, Haley knows him really well. Actually. Yeah, at some point. Haley, where did Alex go? He had to do something?
Right, one already.
He went to war. That's right, I forgot. He went to war.
Hey buddy, you want a cup of coffee?
Yes.
Great.
I'd love a hot drink right now. That would just really make me smile.
We got a little bit of time for them oats to cook, and you know what is the perfect accompaniment to a breakfast?
Boiling hot coffee.
Now I hear you and your people have some disagreements about whether coffee or tea is the superior breakfast beverage.
There has been a lot of disagreement over the past few years about this. Yes.
We got beeping.
Oh, that's good.
got
It says Lou.
Indeed. So I'm just going.
I want to make sure I show that it really does say Lou.
There you go.
It says Lou. I don't know why it says Lou. All right. You're gonna make some? You want to make some coffee?
I believe so. Yes. This stream now, before we got sidetracked with all these wonderful people coming in here and making their voices heard, which we very much appreciate.
We do appreciate it.
We were going to be talking about some oats and some coffee. You want me to finish all these?
You can, or if you got to do something, if you're ready for the next step.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's grind us up some beans. You know what?
Sure.
Now this is the way I make coffee, and I'm going to tell you, it's better than a Keurig.
Okay.
And it's cheaper than going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And also better than Starbucks.
I think just about everything's cheaper than Starbucks.
You make yourself some coffee at home. So what we're going to do, I got a bag of whole bean coffee.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have a $100 nice Baratza Encore coffee grinder,
Yeah.
you can get a cheaper grinder, you can hand grind, or you can just buy pre-ground coffee. The coffee snobs will tell you it's not as good. And sure, it's not as good, but it's pretty much just as good. So there are options here. We can flex. See, if you want nice coffee, you want to make it yourself, you want to save a little money, you can make it at home, and you don't have to go all out on all these supplies. So there's ways you can jazz it up. There's ways you can jazz it on down. So we're gonna measure out. You will, if you're doing whole bean, you will want a scale. It's the best way to measure.
Okay.
And we're gonna measure out 15 grams of whole roasted coffee beans. Where are we at there? 14. Oh. Give it a little shaky shake, and that's 15.
I think you've done this before, Al.
Mm-hmm. So, we got that in there. Hop them on in that hopper there. I got my grind setting here on this bad boy to about 15.
Okay.
You want a sort of a medium fine grind for drip coffee, which is what we're doing. If you were doing, let's say, a percolator, which makes it real bitter, you want it to be less ground up. And if you were doing espresso, it'd be finer. But we're gonna do about 15. And Stephen, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Sorry. One second. You said you were at the grocery store earlier?
Yeah, I went to the grocery.
Oh. Yeah. How was it?
I said, well, it was a good experience.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good.
Yep.
It was a bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
You like coffee?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So we got us some coffee beans ground up, and we're gonna plug this thing in here. Now this, my wife bought this for me as a gift. The Cuisinart is about $100. It's real nice little thing. It'll heat up water real fast. It'll maintain it at a perfect temperature. Not sponsored. But if you ain't got one of these, you can use just a plain old kettle, and it'll work just fine. We're gonna set this for 205 degrees to get our water to the perfect brewing temperature. If you don't have such a fancy gadget, you just boil water, take it off for a minute, half a minute, let it cool down slightly, and then it'll be ready to brew. So while that's going, and our oats, see now our oats have finished cooking. Well,
Okay.
they finished, the cook cycle of the Instant Pot has completed. It's now just sitting there warm and dormant and steaming
Yeah.
and pressurized. And you can flip this little buddy here to vent out all the steam. But
Yeah.
for this recipe, you don't want to do that. You want to let it sit and keep on stewing in all that moisture and all that heat. So that's going to take a little bit. We're going to get some coffee going. I know Stephen would love a nice warm
Yeah.
cup of coffee.
You said yourself it goes great with the oats.
Certainly does. We also got some toppings, some butter, some other things that go great with oats. We'll get to those.
Okay, so how long will this take to heat up?
Oh, not long at all, just a couple minutes.
Okay.
But while we're at it, while we're doing that, I would just like to mention
Yeah.
that our good buddy Tare has gifted a sub to the real Mr. Mike, and thank you very much for that, Tare. We also got 5. Oh, this is is this the Mighty Mouse?
That's the it's upside down, but yeah.
I had to flip it.
You got it.
Yeah. We got 500 bits from runt.exe. Windows binary there. How odd. This owl sounds a whole lot like a lumberjack I seem to remember from a certain radio play. Must be my imagination. Thank you, Run T.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that's in your imagination. I don't think that's a real.
Is that a Fabius or Borange reference?
I turn to dust. Everyone else also turns to dust.
And Aldo15 has gifted a sub to Jugemu Jugim Go Kono Suri Kere. Thank you, Aldo, for the gift sub. Trill Girl, 300 bits from Trill Girl, who says, as an apprenticed artist, what type of paint do you like to use for finger painting? I've been using tempera paint for my turkeys, but they never come out quite right. No, you're going to want to get the, now, what's the brand? The Vanderbeek, Vandermeyer, Vanderhoven, Vanderpump. You want to get the real fancy, expensive oil paints. They make them up in the Netherlands. They send them down here on a truck. You get them at a very talented. You get them at an art school. It's at an art store. It's like one of these little finger boys.
Finger boys. That's the official term.
It'll cost you about 60 American dollars for one of them things, but it's going to make you a good turkey.
Oh yeah, I mean, if
you try that out, Trail Girl. Thank you. 300 bits coming in from JF Sal Mellow 1. I don't have a whole lot to say, but I'd love it if Al tried my name out for size. Thank you.
It's a good job.
JF Sal Mellow 1.
You did good. You did good.
And an anonymous gifter has gifted a sub to Lou. Thank you so much. And I hope that Lou will enjoy it. 300 bits from Ultra Husk, who says, I just want to see how Al would say my name. That's very kind of you.
People just love the way you talk. Al.
Well, I do hear that I have a bit of an accent. And
I almost completely.
I do sincerely hope that it's getting y'all a little steamed up. And we got a gift sub here from Fossex Dream to Hey Siri, call me. I'm sorry. Hey Siri, call Emil. Is that a secret password?
We're good.
Okay. We got 200 bits from All That Jazz. Thank you.
Thanks.
We got 4 months from DishNet. Thank you, DishNet. And 300 bits from Will Peters, who says, have you been to Mr. Nicole's orchard? Also, how do you feel about Mr. Nicole as a person? Well, I don't believe I know Mr. Nicole, but if he's running an orchard, he's probably a pillar of the community, probably helping out folks that need apple picking jobs. He sounds like a real fine fella. I'm sure.
He was recently shot with a gun. It's actually,
Well, bless his heart.
Last Friday.
I do hope he recovers.
Yeah, I hope so too. We also had
a gift sub from the Cactusay, who gifted a sub to the Lou 4.
Thank you.
And 300 bits from Paper Spyro with the Patty Howdy emote. Good old Patrick there, little tip of the brand.
Oh, you know Patrick.
Oh yeah, me and him go way back.
Oh, I did 1970.
About 2012 or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a 3-month resub from Trainswreck. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
It's so great to see all y'all here.
Chaz, it looks like we have an art in the queue. Is that, am I correct in assuming that that art is relevant to the current stream at hand? It is. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this art then. That's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful.
Got my signature look in there and everything. That's great.
That is excellent.
Thank you, Dobie. Now then.
Oh, are you ready for the next? Oh, we're moving on.
See here, buddy. This is what you call a Hario V60 dripper.
Okay. It's called a dripper?
It's a coffee maker. Now this thing here, this cost you, well, when I bought it, it might be a bit more these days, you know, inflation and all. But when I bought this thing a few years ago, it's $6. They sell them in all sorts of materials. You can get a glass, ceramic. But you know what? This thing's cheaper, it holds heat better, and it don't break if you drop it. So it really, a fraction of the cost of a terrible, stanky Keurig machine gets you one of these things. And now I mentioned you can jazz things up, or you can go economical with things. For example, you can buy special cone filters that fit in this thing perfectly and make the water run real nice. Got these like swirling vortex.
That is a swirling vortex,
there.
yeah.
I can't find them locally, and I don't care to order them from the internet. So I just buy normal coffee filters. It probably don't do as good a job. But you know what? I still enjoy the coffee. It still caffeinates me. It's still delicious. And I save myself a little bit of money. So, we got our water up here to 205 degrees.
We do.
And Stephen, you want a nice hot cup of coffee, right?
I would love
Alrighty.
a nice, as hot as you can make it.
So, what I like to do here,
yeah.
You ever pour yourself a cup of coffee, especially with one of these drip pours? You can get them bigger, like a Chemex or something, make a whole pot. I do it 1 cup at a time. That way I have precisely 2 cups every day. No more, no less. If you got your Mr. Coffee and you make the whole, what are you looking at?
You just gestured.
Well, that's where a Mr. Coffee would go if I owned one.
Yeah.
But if you got a Mr. Coffee and you put, you know, your 10, 12 cup thing in there, the whole carafe, you're going to end up drinking all that coffee. And you're gonna be hyper. So what you do is you make 1 cup at a time here, if it please you. And what I like to do is pre-warm the cup. So this does a few things here. This, number one, it's gonna keep the cup warm, right? So if you make a drip coffee just into a cold mug, it's gonna get real cold real fast, and you ain't gonna like it. You won't have to drink it real fast. So this way, we get the cup warm, we get the cone warm, and we wash out the filter, get that papery taste out of there. You just let that sit for a minute, pour it out, and we're ready to brew. Are you ready to brew?
I am ready to brew, Al.
All right. I also just wanted to shout out our good friend Satsy the Matted, who has gifted a sub to themselves, which is really the finest act of self-care that one can indulge in. Thank you, Satsy, for supporting the channel. Now, here we go. We're going to get us. Now remember, this is 15 grams of freshly ground coffee. It does taste better when you freshly grind it.
Okay.
You buy pre-ground coffee, you put your little Keurig pot in there. That's the #1 thing that's going to make that coffee taste unimpressive. This right here is going to make all the difference. When I first started doing this, see, I used to go to Starbucks or 7-Eleven or wherever every day and buy me a cup of coffee. I ran my family out of house and home. We were spending all our money on coffee.
My family did.
And now, round about when that whole pandemic hit, we had the Starbucks said, "Please don't come in here. There's a deadly disease," which I suppose is a fair response. But I couldn't go get me a coffee, and I started brewing it myself. I didn't have all these tools. I had to improvise. So I used me a little mesh strainer. I put me a paper towel in there and just held it over a mug and did all this. It was fine. It was good. It was way better than instant, which was what I was resorting to before. It was great. So the main thing is you get some decent coffee, and you can buy good coffee. This is not good coffee. This is cheap coffee, but it's organic, fair trade. It just happens to come from a cheaper grocery store. So if you want something real fancy, you buy the $20 a bag, really nice stuff. But my point is, you get decent coffee, you grind it yourself, you brew it yourself, it's gonna taste miles better than anything you could have otherwise.
I love that. I love that.
So we're just gonna tap that down in there.
All right.
Tap, 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 get it nice and settled. Take our hot water at exactly 205 degrees and just wet the grounds down there. Just get them wet. Just enough. And then just give it a little shaky shake, let that sit.
For how long?
Until I say so.
Oh. Like soon, or
that'll be about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now this is coffee snob level stuff. I don't think this actually does anything. It's like gassing off the carbon dioxide or something. Whatever. It's just coffee. And then you just start pouring. Now this is why this is where this little kettle that my wife bought me shines. It's got a nice gooseneck spout. You don't technically need this, but it is really convenient when you're pouring to just have that nice steady pour going on in there. Get it going. Make sure you're distributing evenly in there. And you're gonna want to pour about the amount that will fit in the cup in there.
And how do you?
If you pour, well, how do you know? One thing you can do is use a glass mug.
Okay.
That's really easy. Otherwise, you just lift it up, take you a little peek.
I see. Yeah.
So every once in a while, you just want to give it a little shake, make sure all the grounds are getting evenly moistened. And just keep on pouring, nice and steady, until you're about full. They call it drip coffee here because it's dripping through the grounds. It's infusing the water with the fine coffee flavors, and then it drips right on down in the cup. How about that?
I think that people have truly learned something. I think if they didn't know a whole lot about coffee, that they probably learned a little about coffee, which is great. That's the point of the show.
So I'm telling you, you can go to the grocery store. You can buy bags of coffee pre-ground. You can get you one of these off the internet for $5, $10. The plastic Hario V60 O2 makes a cup or two at once. Get you a mug. Get you a way of boiling hot water. And you can make your own coffee and it's gonna be delicious. If you're a tea drinker, you probably already know how to make a good cup of tea. You just pour boiling water in it and there you go, that's it. You really can't mess that up now, can you?
So how long until the cup of coffee is ready then?
Until it all drips down in there.
Oh, so we're
about there.
We're nearly there. And how long do we have on the Lou machine?
The Oats, let's see, they've been on the keep warm setting for exactly 17 minutes now, and the pressure has released. Okay. So I usually let it go 30 minutes or so, but we can pull it out a little early if we want to.
Okay.
And it'll go, what I like about this, I can get up in the morning, I can make the oats, start boiling the water for the coffee. I can go take a shower, start getting some work done. This, once it's ready, it's gonna be on keep warm, it's gonna keep warm, and it'll be fine for, an hour or so. So whenever I get the time, whenever I wanna start eating me a nice bowl of oats, I just go on and do it.
All right, there we go. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. I learned a lot. I think everyone would agree that was quite informational.
You gonna throw away your Keurig now?
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as I get home, I'm sure that that'll.
Right.
It's very good coffee. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm glad you like it.
I did actually finally cool down.
Well,
I was a little, got a little
ready to get
warm.
toasty again.
Yeah. I love the warm feelings.
Don't we all?
Thank you. Jesus. All right. We also have a few more things.
300 bits from Will Peters.
Yeah.
Who said? Now you made a little face there when I started talking.
No.
Okay
I would like you go on ahead.
All right.
Yep.
We got 300 bits from Will Peters, who says, "Have you ever had any encounters with invisible boat hands?" I don't boat much.
You don't boat much?
I do not boat much. No.
Well, I've kind of had you pegged as a boatman.
More of a computer kind of person.
Really? Mm-hmm. You really got to meet Alex.
Oh.
He does the computer. I don't know what he does, but he does something with the computer.
Boat hand. No, I don't. The invisible hand of the boat seems quite poetic and a little scary. I'll have to look out for it. We got a 4-month resub here from Travis Salim VGM. Thank you, Travis. We got 4 months from Dude4269. Nice. We got 300 bits from Will Peters. Will asks, "Have you ever been to Jerry's Dairy? And what do you think of Jerry's Dairy products?" I'd love to go out to Jerry's Dairy. I love to smell the fresh breeze, Jerry's Dairy air. Listen to the mooing of the cattle and the mowing of the grass.
I do love the smell of grass. Mm-hmm. There is something.
They make grass-flavored ice cream out there at Jerry's Dairy.
Really? Mm-hmm. I missed that. That's something I'm gonna have to check out now. That sounds like it would be a real novel experience.
We got a 3-month resub from the Kubliest, the loveliest lady that is currently in this room, and 300 bits from Travis Salem VGM, who says, "Salem, pronounced like Salem, like the witch trials. Real travesty of American history." Okay, now.
Is something happening?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
It says 20 now.
Well, here we go. Now, when do you eat oatmeal very much?
I actually don't. It's very rare. And I'm actually gonna tell you another fun fact, and you're gonna love this.
Oh, you can't eat oats?
Oh, I don't know what I can eat. Who knows? We'll find out tomorrow. I have never had steel-cut oats.
Really?
In my entire life.
Well,
this is actually going to be my first time trying steel-cut oats.
They're better.
I believe you.
The oat is a plant. It's a grain. It grows up in little stalks and it has these little seeds come out. Yeah. And the seeds, they about yay big, little teardrop shape. They're real hard. They're hearty, they're nutritious, they're beautiful, they're good for you. They're real hard.
Yep.
I don't know, if you try to just eat one of them with your teeth, it's going to be a rough time for you. You going to do it? You sure don't have to.
It's real hard, Al.
Yes, sir. Now what they've been doing for a long time, take them, they call it a groat.
A groat?
A groat, the little like seed grain, the seed that come off a grain, the part you eat, that's a groat.
A groat.
Groats are oats, groats and scroats, oats and groats.
No, I think maybe one of those words is wrong. Okay,
so what you do is you take them oats and oat groats, and you get steel, you get these big old heavy rollers, and you roll them out, crushes them up real good, breaks up all the membranes and such. Then they absorb water real good. You just put them in a pot of boiling water. You cook them up real easy. Okay. That's the oatmeal you're used to. That's the oatmeal your mama made you when you were sick, when you was home from school. Yeah. On a rainy Thursday. Okay. In July. Them kind of oats.
And this kind is?
These are steel cut oats. So instead of rolling them out, crushing them up, flatten them out, they just chop them up a little bit. They just chop them up into little pieces. And there's a little area for water to get in, to soak in, make them poof up and be real tasty and to cook.
So what's the?
But you get a nice mouthfeel. They don't get all soggy and mushy.
Oh, well then I think I might actually really like steel cut oats. Mm-hmm. Like I can eat oatmeal. It's fine.
It's a little just.
But I'm actually.
It's all goopy. Usually.
It is goopy.
Yeah.
This
is far less goopy. And the thing I like to do is get me a little butter, some cinnamon, nuts, dried fruits. Really, anything you want, you can put in oats, and it's gonna be real good.
That sounds great. I'm very excited about this. You got cranberries. You got
butter makes everything taste good.
That's true.
Cinnamon is a delicious spice. It adds a nice little dimension of flavor and kind of, it's not sweet, but it makes your brain think, oh, this is a sweet thing I'm eating. And it ain't got no sugar in it.
Yep.
It's good for you. It's a spice, come off a tree, probably.
Who can say, really?
And then these dried fruits here. So I got some of these dried Montmorency cherries, some sweet and dried cranberries, some raisins.
Raisins? Oh, we love a raisin.
Now think the sugar content of these is about the same. It's for 40 grams, it's gonna be about 28 grams of sugar. It's quite a lot of sugar.
Okay.
But now, if putting a little raisins or cranberries in your oatmeal is gonna keep you from going to McDonald's in the morning and give you a nice, fibrous, hearty, delicious breakfast that you made yourself to save you money that's better for you overall, I say go and do it. Go and put you them raisins in there. It's gonna be tasty.
I like to have a little sugar in the morning because I always drink my coffee black. So I feel like that works out really well.
And I do notice that the like cranberries, cherries, they're gonna be they tart, and so the sugar in there is added sugar, whereas the raisins, that's naturally sugar in there was mixed in over with the fiber. So it's probably gonna be better for you. But I ain't no dietitian.
But I am a nutritionalist.
I ain't even a cook. So don't take my word for it.
You're just a carbureted man turned painter. That's true.
Yes, sir. And we got some chopped walnuts in here. You get these. Now, a lot of grocery stores, you go to the nut section, you see peanuts and cashews and everything, and they ain't got no walnuts, they ain't got no pecans.
Can't believe that.
But you go to the baking section now. That's where you're gonna find these things. You get next to the bags of slivered almonds. You're gonna find chopped walnuts, chopped pecans. And it's real easy. You can smash them up in the bag if you want to make them real fine, but as is, you just pour them in the bowl.
Wonderful. You've really got to. Now, do you usually do the same toppings in the mornings when you make stuff, or do you like rotate out?
I do it exactly the same every day.
For how many years, Al?
Every day of my life. Since the day I was born.
Since the day you were born. Wow. I love that.
Yep.
I love that a lot. All right, let's jump back into some alerts here.
300 bits here from Toku Newt. Thank you, Toku. Al, do you know about the Tiny Eddie products? Do you use them as your snacks while you do your computer work?
Yeah, you're familiar with Tiny Eddie, aren't you?
They're the ones got them fresh-faced scorpion jigglers.
They do. Those
are my favorites.
That's been around for a long time.
They're the ones got it's a habanero cheese.
Yep.
It's like Gruyere cheese powdered up with habanero on there.
Yeah.
Those are good.
That one's good. They add more gelatin than what is naturally occurring in the scorpions to make that work, and it's a wild flavor.
They just after they're done boiling the horse hoof, they put it in the bag for you. Just give you that extra gelatin.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't just straight up tried Tiny Eddie's horse hoof, that's a good snack. Good movie snack.
Is that do they make that in the Tiny Eddie organic line?
They
organic
used to.
Horse hoof? Oh,
they used to.
Now it's all inorganic horse.
Yeah, there was an incident.
500 bits here from Mattia Griffin. Thank you. As a Canadian, I have to ask why Alex looks like. Who's Alex? Does she mean Al?
Yeah, that's this is Al.
They mean Al?
This is Al.
Okay. As a Canadian, I have to ask why Al looks like Harold, the on-screen nephew of comedy icon Red Green.
Are you familiar with Red Green?
He's a guy that carves up washing machines like a lunatic. He's got suspenders on. He does something with washing machines.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, he does something with washing machines. That's all I know about him.
It was a childhood favorite show of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Haley's from up there in Wisconsin, where they got
which
all
is
sorts
practically Canada.
They're in the Canadian sphere of influence up here culturally.
Proton John's here says, "Oh my God, he does look like Harold."
We got all the Canadians coming on in here.
You slap some
John.
suspenders on folks. So you know John also.
I have known John.
Yeah. Can't wait to hear this.
What has it been, John?
Well,
3-4 hours? We were just texting the other day, just earlier today.
3 hours ago when you first met. Yeah.
John, I got a text message on my phone and it said, "Hello." And
That's a great start.
I'm
to a
always eager
conversation.
to, discover a new face.
Yeah.
Over the text messaging.
Yeah.
So I texted back. I said, "Please send me a photograph of your face."
Yeah.
And here I get this beautiful image of Proton John.
Yep. And that is that.
Proton John sent me the photo, and Proton John attached to it a message. It said, "Hello, I am Proton John. Will you be my friend?"
Yeah. That is
and
exactly
that kind of open-hearted frankness and emotional vulnerability really speaks to the heart of this whole.
That's exactly how I became friends with John also. I received a random text on my phone with a photo that said, "Hello, I am Proton John, please be my friend." And I did. And John, I appreciate that. That was a really wonderful thing to receive. I don't
Truly
know how
blessing.
I don't know if John has a system, just going through the phone book, but it does work.
Proton John has truly been a blessing in my life for the past 3 or 4 hours.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
We've also got 300 bits from Julia Weitz, who says, "It's 2 a.m. here, and I'm trying to stay awake. I thought watching a stream would help, but this one feels like I'm dreaming." Well, Julia, I hope we can just help you peacefully drift off into slumberland.
I think it helps you feel like you're dreaming because Al, you're just so dreamy.
Oh, well, that is the sweetest. That is the third sweetest thing that anyone has said to me today, and I appreciate that.
The first thing was, "Hello, I'm Proton John, and I would like to make a friend."
You about ready to crack into this here oatmeal? You want some?
Yeah.
Who wants some?
Yeah,
Haley, you want some oatmeal?
absolutely. Yeah,
We're gonna have dinner soon, so you don't have to eat no. All right.
I'll try it.
Okay.
All right, let me come
You
on
want
over
to do
here.
one bowl and we'll just feast? All right.
It does make a fun sound, doesn't it?
Here we go. You ready for this? I believe they call this in the business the money shot.
Yeah. Wow.
Get on in there now.
All right.
Oh, I just smashed your little microphone box against the wall there. Everybody still hear me?
I love that.
Alrighty. I got me a little scooper in here. You just don't want to get in here and just, there's a little residual moisture in there. Careful,
Okay.
it's hot. Don't touch it with your bare hands.
Sure.
And scoop and stir all of that.
Okay.
Now that's just plain old oats. All we put in there is oats, salt, and water.
Yeah. Very simple thing.
So we're gonna get a bowl. Oh, I should not pass behind you.
Nope. No,
For there is a cord.
Yeah, I've got cables.
Where'd I put that bowl? All right. So we're gonna get us a bowl. We're gonna get us a nice big scoop. This is a rice paddle. Perfect for oats.
Okay.
And just like that, this was real easy. We didn't have to soak these oats. We didn't have to grind these oats. We didn't have to saute these oats or nothing. Just put them on in there. Now then. Ooh,
Wow.
you're just following me around.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. Well, let's, in that case, come on over here and let's prepare us the perfect bowl of oats.
Sure.
I'm gonna get a knife. This thing right here, my wife turned me on to this thing. This here is called a butter dish.
Oh, I thought she turned you on to butter.
Well, now, funny story about that. I'm gonna have to tell y'all. Now, this is a real culinary fact. It's gonna change your life if you don't know about this. The butter up in Wisconsin, my wife's from Wisconsin. They put the butter out and they leave it at room temperature. That way, when you grab it, it just spreads on your toast real nice and easy. It don't just come out of the refrigerator like a solid block.
Yeah. Makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna highly recommend that to each and every one of you. If you enjoy butter on your food, you just keep a loaf of bread around. You hungry, want a snack, and you ain't on a low carb diet, just get you some butter, smear it on that bread. It's gonna be 1,000 times better, and that's all thanks to the butter being room temperature. So get you some room temperature butter, leave it out on your counter, preferably use it up before it spoils.
Okay.
You ain't gonna want your butter to go rancid, but if you get you one of these butter dishes, you cover it up, keeps the air from getting in there, and it'll last I ain't gonna say how long because I ain't no food scientist, and I don't want to give you any recommendations that could affect your personal health and safety.
Sure.
So do your own research out there, folks. We're gonna get us just a big old. How much butter you like? We're gonna get us a hob or a knob or a tisket or a tasket. Just a whole big lump of
I
butter
don't
in
have
there.
any frame of reference for putting butter in oatmeal, to be honest. So this is going to be
Got
new
us
no matter
some
what.
Butter. It melts right on down in there because these oats, let me tell you, they're steaming. How about cinnamon? Want some cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon's great.
Just a big old heap of cinnamon in there.
Sure,
Some chopped walnuts.
sure. However you want to make it. God, sorry. The cinnamon just hit me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Oh yeah. It adds quite a bit of
Ooh,
flavor.
boy.
It's gonna coat them nuts.
I love to see the nuts coated.
It's gonna coat them nuts real good. You got the nice unctuous taste of the butter and the silky smooth cinnamon and all that. And then I'm just gonna pop in some cherries in here. If I can get the bag open. I'm quite a fan of these. Ooh, that's quite a lot.
All right.
You just
God decided how much.
get as many cherries. You dump it out there and you tilt it. You get as many as the good Lord gives you. All right, and that right there
That's
is
it.
breakfast.
All right. Okay. Well, let me.
Steel cut oats.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let me sit this down so I can properly enjoy this. All right.
I just got a text from my mom that just says, "Coat my nuts?" ?
I don't believe I said anything like that.
Oh,
There you are.
this is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Give it a good sniff.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a
Odie bowl.
That is no bill. Okay, so yeah, I was not being facetious earlier.
Oh, you want to taste?
I have never tried.
Give me that. Give me that.
Don't you take this from me.
Oh, drop me some oats in the silverware drawer. Just pick that walnut out
try
of
that?
that knife. All right.
Actually, try it
So
again.
much oatmeal. Try
Sorry, I saw you crawl over here, and I was like, I was stunned. I had to wait.
Dog really wants to be a part of this.
Those are good.
That's Odie. Tastes
That
like
is
oats.
Odie. I have never had those.
Really?
I was not being facetious. Like, I seriously have never had steel cut oats. Completely new. Nice, sweetheart.
Good dog. Good dog.
Give to dog.
That's a good dog, and those are some good oats.
You've talked so much about your wife. She seems very sweet. What's her name?
Her name happens to be Haley.
Wow, that's very. You really got to meet this Alex fella. You just have a lot in common. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. We got a few more alerts here. It's a big coincidence. It's a very big coincidence. Sorry, I'm just checking on something.
Get that oat juice off my fingers there.
How does that Haley spell her name? How
Oh.
does your wife Haley spell her name?
Hayley.
Oh no. No. I don't know who I am.
You're my wife, ain't you?
No. You're supposed to.
You don't love Al?
Al is supposed to have another wife.
It's like, wait a minute.
Who's like, beautiful Sheila behind the camera.
Oh, I do love. Good callback. Rest in peace, Shotgun Red and Sheila.
I do love Sheila.
I do love Sheila.
I do love Sheila. We all
Sheila's
love
my other
Sheila.
wife. We got a gift sub.
I just didn't know if I was supposed to have a second alter ego that also talked in a bad Southern accent. Yours is good. Mine would be bad.
I don't believe I have an alter ego.
John says, Al's getting a bit confused here. Must be the oats. Something special in those oats.
Elfie Goldfish has gifted a sub to the Mom List.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Elfie Goldfish, and hello to the Mom List. 300 bits from Will Peters, who says, why don't we have tatsugiri with us here? It helps living up the meal.
I'm not exactly sure what that, it's a culinary thing.
A tatsugiri.
I'm assuming it's like a rice flavor ring.
So I think it's like you know, the little corn on the cob holders. It's one of those for rice. So they're real tiny. You just stick them in. They got little spikes on them. You stick them in each end of the grain of rice.
Yeah, that's colloquially known as a
tatsugiri.
Yep, that's right. I forgot.
And 300 bits from Danny X6, who says, drop some Oats in the silverware drawer is my favorite ska album.
You love ska.
I do.
That's been your favorite.
I mean, I got into it like most other folks with the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then I ended up discovering some, Christian ska, Five Iron Frenzy.
Big fan of Five Iron Frenzy.
Oh, everybody loves Five Iron Frenzy.
Everyone loves Five Iron Frenzy. Shout out to Five Iron Frenzy. Wherever they are, probably Colorado. Oh, so what else you got there? You got another treat for us?
We got, what time is it now? 8 p.m. You want us to
Yeah,
crack into another recipe?
Yeah.
Make it a quick one.
Yeah, you get time.
So, what you're gonna need for this one is
you're gonna need a dog.
You might need to handheld this one.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Take your finest oat spoon.
Okay.
And drop it in the garbage disposal.
Throw it on the ground.
Land it right on in there. Get your clean oat spoon. Okay. All right. Good girl. Go on. Come here. Sit. You're going to have to come around and get that dog here. All right. So get your fresh oat spoon and a can of your finest pumpkin that's been sitting in the fridge for about 3-4 days. Just got a little bit in the bottom there.
Thanks.
You want it here? Hold on. I'll help you.
Jesus.
I'll help you. There you go.
Yep. Thank you.
Delicious pumpkin.
All right.
So, what you gonna want to do?
Al loves horror movies.
You're gonna scoop out your pumpkin. If it is the morning, you're gonna need to give this dog a pill. But she ain't taking no pill at night. So.
Just any pill, or just there's a specific
A pill from the drawer in the bottle that has our home address on it.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna want to get you one of those. But consult a physician before starting you or your dog on any medications. Your medical needs may vary.
And they may be different from your dog's.
So I cannot instruct you on what pills to take or not take. I can only tell you about pumpkin. So we're gonna put this pumpkin in here. We're at the bottom of the can. We're gonna put a little water in here. Swoosh it and swish it all around. Pour it on out there. And now what the dog is gonna be doing, like a good dog is gonna go where the good dog goes, which is on that square there. Place. Good girl. All right. And we're just gonna mix this up and get us a little bit of kibble. Got our, now if we ever need to measure something in the kitchen, we got us a cup scoop, we got us a 1/3 cup, we got us a 1/4 cup. But if we ever need a 1/2 cup of something, woo-hoo, brother, you're out of luck, because this one's just for the dog food. You're gonna want to get that out there, pour you some kibble in, rehook the scoop, get it all incorporated, and we're gonna come over here. Stay. Place. Come here. Come here. Leave it. And then here here's a good part. Here's a secret. Before the dog will eat, you do have to boop it on the nose. So here, boop. And that is what we call dinner for dog.
I love it. That was wonderful, Al. Thank you so much
Of course.
for sharing.
It's been so lovely to spend some time with y'all here tonight in our kitchen.
Yeah. Oh,
I hope
I've
that
had
some of y'all have gotten some use out of at least one or two of these recipes. And breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's
truly-
actually a lie told to you by the Kellogg Corporation. You can eat whenever you want as long as you're eating good. And there ain't no better way to eat, in my opinion, than a nice steaming bowl of oatmeal in the morning. So I do hope you'll give that a try. Steel cut oats are delicious. You can get in bulk. You get a big old barrel of them for not too much money.
Yeah, you could save you.
If the power goes out, if there's a civil emergency, you're gonna have food.
I like that not only did you teach everyone a lot about things in the kitchen, you also taught them how to save $1. That's great.
And how to love, I hope.
Yeah. No, you did. You did. Thank you, Al.
Yeah,
Really appreciate that.
It's been a wonderful time here.
We got a few more alerts to read before we head out here. This one's for you, Al, as all of them have been.
300 bits here from Sakuro Celica, like a Toyota Celica, but spelled different.
Yes.
Hi Al, where do your kids live? Also, please tell me about your wife or your wife lore.
Also, I'm gonna start asking people, tell me about your wife lore. I love.
Where do your kids live?
Now, do you remember where your kids live, or did you forget?
I do have to tell you, I do not have children. Child rearing ain't for everybody. It's a wonderful blessing for those that want to do that, but
Yeah.
I really have too much to focus on otherwise, like my art career and my oat career.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm.
And the family that I do have currently.
Yeah. Yeah. Haley seems very, very sweet.
But my wife Haley, she is lovely. Her username is the Kubliest, and she is the finest soul that has ever darkened my door or graced my soul.
She is the finest soul who has ever darkened my door. Darkened my door. Al, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in North Shelby County, Alabama.
Just like a good friend of mine. I love that. All right, we got a few more things to read here.
Now, the Cactusy has gifted us up to Proton John. Wonderful to have Proton John in the Al Makes conglomerated gift sub family. And Danny X6 has gifted another sub to Jesus Ska.
Jesus Ska.
Our favorite genre. Yes, yes indeed.
I do love Jesus Ska.
And Aiden C97 has resubbed at 4 months. Thank you, Aiden.
Aiden, thank you. Folks,
this sure has been a real treat.
this has been a real treat. This has been wonderful.
Thank y'all for being here.
Thank you so much.
And thank you again to Miss Mallory George.
Yes.
For allowing us to.
Chaz said, yes, it has. It has been a real treat. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I'm glad that even though Mao is away, we were still able to make sure that a stream occurred. Al, thank you.
My pleasure.
I really appreciate
My pleasure,
you.
friend.
This has been wonderful. So what we're gonna do is I was expecting Jepson to be on.
Oh, he ain't?
He's not on.
Hold on. Hold on.
Stalling.
Hold on.
I was expecting Jepson to be on, but he's had 8 minutes.
He's one of them. He's slightly younger than us, so he don't use a telephone, do he? I don't even
He
know.
just
his phone
went
number.
live.
He's
Oh,
up.
He just went live. Okay,
Excellent.
there it is.
All right.
All right, we got him. All right. I told him, mate. He's close. Yeah, I'm gonna
We're
send
all doing
y'all,
our best out
I'm
there.
gonna send y'all over to Josh Jepson. Josh Jepson has been playing Earthbound for the first time, and me and Alex and Haley, and I guess tonight Al is gonna join us and watching that. We've really been having a good time over there. I think a great option for a raid message is coat my nuts, because I feel like that will speak. I think
Josh will love that.
That'll
That is,
speak.
Jepson, that's his kind of.
Jepson loves nuts, so that'll be
You do
great.
know I know Jepson, right?
Yeah. Well, and how did you meet him?
Well,
Did he also text you about 5 hours ago with a message that said, "Hello, my name
actually,
is Josh Jepson"?
I ran into him at the grocery store.
Oh yeah.
He was buying nuts. I said, I like them nuts. And he said, these are my favorites. We should be best friends. And 30 years later, look at us, here we are.
I can't believe it. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful evening, and we'll see you. What's it? Tuesday? I'll see you Thursday morning on my channel for breakfast stream. Y'all have a good night.
Y'all come back now.
You hear?
Woo! And we are still on air, but we are sent.
I was waiting for you to set me up to have my own alter ego, which would be me trying to talk in a southern accent and failing.
I wasn't actually planning to do any sort of character. I was just going to be me.
I love
Character
with a southern
happens,
accent.
though.
well,
I'm just being my genuine self.
I just wanted to be your Sheila.
Oh, baby, you'll always be my Sheila.
oh my God, Chaz, well, you mostly did. All right. Yeah, I am realizing that I rated
I
Jepson
got all these
when
oats.
he's not.
There?
Well, like he
He ain't
started
there.
the thing, but he's not around.
You don't want any more oats?
It's all right. He'll say words, I'm sure. All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, this is a cursed image for me.
I love that.
It's the same as your mom asking who Gardevoir
It's
was.
Gardevoir. Folks, y'all have a wonderful Tuesday evening, and we'll see you for breakfast stream on Thursday.
Cheers.
See you.